They did it. They actually did it. And if you're not absolutely furious right now, then you didn't watch what just went down on December 8, 2025 Raw. Because what we witnessed wasn't just an attack, it was a statement. It was a message. And Bron Breakker? Paul Heyman? They're just the beginning. Listen, I need you to smash the like button right now if you're as angry as I am about what happened. Hit subscribe because this channel is the only place telling you the truth about what's really going on in WWE. And drop a comment telling me who you think is behind this attack, because if you're not talking about this, you're not a real wrestling fan. Let me paint you a picture of the absolute chaos that unfolded. Bron Breakker, the most dominant force we've seen in years, was backstage, and for those of you who don't know, this man is an absolute beast. We're talking about a second-generation superstar with the intensity of his uncle Scott Steiner and the raw power that makes grown men question their life choices. This is the guy who's been running through the roster like a freight train. And Paul Heyman? The Paul Heyman, the wise man, the advocate, the man who's orchestrated some of the most legendary runs in professional wrestling history. This isn't some rookie manager we're talking about, this is the greatest talker in the history of our business. So when these two are standing there, presumably discussing business, presumably talking strategy, you'd think they'd be safe, right? Wrong. Out of nowhere, and I mean absolutely nowhere, this mystery attacker just erupts onto the scene. And I'm not talking about a couple of punches and running away like some coward. No, no, no. This attacker came with a plan. This attacker came with intent. This attacker came to send every single person in that locker room, every single person watching at home, and yes, every single person in WWE management, a message that cannot be ignored. Bron Breakker gets blindsided. We're talking about a man who weighs 240 pounds of pure muscle getting thrown around like a rag doll. The impact, oh the impact, you could hear it through the television. This wasn't choreographed. This wasn't some worked shoot angle that we've seen a million times before. This was real aggression. This was real violence. And then Paul Heyman, 60-year-old Paul Heyman, trying to protect himself, trying to call for help, and what happens? He gets destroyed too. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, why would anyone attack Paul Heyman? Great question. Drop it in the comments right now. Because that's the key to this entire mystery. Here's what makes me furious, and you should be furious too. WWE has been building Bron Breakker as this unstoppable force for months. We've watched him demolish every single person put in front of him. We've watched him cement his legacy as one of the most dangerous men on the roster. And in one night, some mystery attacker just undermines all of that work? Are you kidding me right now? And the disrespect shown to Paul Heyman is absolutely unforgivable. This man has given decades to this business. This man has been the voice of legends. This man has stood beside Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, the absolute elite of professional wrestling. And someone had the audacity to put their hands on him. But here's where it gets even more infuriating. The cameras conveniently cut away at the perfect moment. We didn't get a clear shot of the attacker's face. We got glimpses. We got shadows. We got just enough to drive us absolutely insane trying to figure out who's behind this. Let me break down the possibilities, and I need you watching this video to sound off in the comments about which theory you believe, because this is going to tear the wrestling world apart. Theory number 1, this is someone from Bron Breakker's past. Think about it. The Steiner family has made enemies for decades. Is this someone coming back for revenge? Is this someone who has a vendetta against the Steiner legacy? Because if you destroy the next generation of Steiners, you effectively end their dynasty. And attacking Paul Heyman at the same time? That's sending a message to everyone associated with the top guys in WWE. Theory number 2, this is about Paul Heyman. What if Bron Breakker was just collateral damage? What if this attacker's real target was the wise man himself? Paul Heyman has betrayed people. He's manipulated people. He's orchestrated the downfall of countless superstars throughout his career. Could this be someone he wronged coming back for retribution? CM Punk? A former Paul Heyman guy who feels used and discarded? The list of people Paul Heyman has burned is longer than my arm. Theory number 3, and this is the one that should terrify everyone, this is a new player. Someone we've never seen before. Someone who's been watching, waiting, calculating the perfect moment to make the biggest impact possible. You want to get noticed in WWE? You don't attack some mid-carder. You attack the biggest, baddest man on the roster, and you attack the most respected mind in the business at the same time. If you're not subscribed to Ringmaster-Live right now, what are you even doing? hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, because I'm going to be breaking down every single development in this story as it unfolds. And trust me, this story is just getting started. Let's talk about the brutality of what we witnessed. The attacker used the environment. Steel chairs? Check. Equipment cases? Check. They used everything at their disposal like someone who's been planning this for weeks, maybe months. This wasn't a crime of passion. This was premeditated. The way Bron Breakker was taken out shows that this attacker studied him. They knew his movements. They knew his strengths. They knew exactly where to strike to neutralize the most dangerous man on Raw. That takes intelligence. That takes preparation. That takes someone who respects the threat that Bron Breakker poses but isn't afraid of him. And the psychological warfare of attacking Paul Heyman? Genius. Evil, twisted, absolutely reprehensible but genius. Because now every single person associated with top talent in WWE is looking over their shoulder. If Paul Heyman isn't safe, then who is? Managers, advocates, counselors, everyone's a target now. Social media exploded. And I mean exploded. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, every platform was flooded with reactions, theories, and absolute outrage. Fans are divided. Some people think this is the greatest angle WWE has done in years. Others think it's disrespectful to Bron Breakker's momentum. And you know what? Both sides have valid points. WWE superstars are even chiming in. People are picking sides before we even know who the attacker is. That's the power of what happened on December 8th. That's the magnitude of this moment. Hit that like button if you're as invested in this mystery as I am. We need to show WWE that this is the content we want. This is the storytelling that keeps us glued to our screens. Like this video right now. Let's examine the implications of this attack moving forward. Bron Breakker's entire character is built on being unstoppable. He's the guy who doesn't get beaten down. He's the guy who walks through his opponents like they're nothing. So how does he respond to this? Does he become more aggressive? Does he become more paranoid? Does this attack light a fire under him that makes him even more dangerous? And Paul Heyman's role in all of this? Is he the key to identifying the attacker? Does he know who did this? Has he been keeping secrets? Because if there's one thing we know about Paul Heyman, it's that he always knows more than he's letting on. The wise man doesn't get blindsided unless someone very smart is pulling the strings. Let me throw some names at you and you better drop your opinion in the comments. Could it be Karrion Kross? He's got the intensity. He's got the calculating mind. He's someone who thrives on chaos and destruction. Could it be someone from NXT who's ready to make the jump to the main roster with the biggest impact possible? What about someone returning? WWE loves bringing back people when we least expect it. Could this be Samoa Joe? Could this be someone who's been away from WWE and is coming back with a vengeance? The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes this so frustrating and so compelling at the same time. I need you to watch this video until the very end because I'm about to give you my personal theory on who's behind this attack. And I need you to tell me if I'm right or if I'm crazy. Drop those comments. Share this video with every wrestling fan you know. Because this is the conversation everyone should be having right now. This attack represents something bigger than just Bron Breakker and Paul Heyman. This is about power. This is about control. This is about someone making a statement that the established order in WWE is about to be shattered. We're talking about a potential revolution. We're talking about someone who's ready to turn the entire landscape of Monday Night Raw upside down. And think about the timing. December 8th, 2025. We're heading into the Royal Rumble season. We're building toward WrestleMania. Is this attacker planning to insert themselves into the biggest matches of the year? Are they targeting the championship picture? Because if you take out Bron Breakker, you're removing one of the top contenders for any title in WWE. Here's my theory, and I want you to destroy me in the comments if you disagree. I think this attacker is someone who has connections to both Bron Breakker and Paul Heyman. Think about it. Who would benefit from taking both of them out simultaneously? Someone who sees them as obstacles to their own path to greatness. This could be someone who Paul Heyman refused to represent. Someone who felt overlooked when Heyman chose to work with other people. And Bron Breakker? He represents everything this attacker isn't: the family legacy, the instant credibility, the push from management. By taking them both out, the attacker kills two birds with one stone and opens up opportunities for themselves. WWE has our attention. They have our passion. they have our fury. And that's exactly what they wanted. Love it or hate it, we're all talking about what happened on December 8th. We're all speculating. We're all invested. But here's what I need from you. I need you to make sure this video gets seen by everyone. Share it on your social media. Send it to your wrestling group chats. Post it on Reddit. Because the wrestling community needs to discuss this together. Subscribe to Ringmaster-Live right now if you haven't already. We're going to cover every development in this story. We're going to break down every promo, every match, every clue that WWE gives us until we solve this mystery. Like this video to show YouTube that wrestling content matters, that this storytelling matters, that we as fans are engaged and passionate about this business. And comment below with your theory. Who attacked Bron Breakker and Paul Heyman? Who has the audacity and the skill to take down both of these men? I'll be reading every single comment and responding to as many as I can. December 8th, 2025 will go down as one of the most shocking and infuriating nights in Monday Night Raw history. Bron Breakker is down. Paul Heyman is destroyed. And somewhere, the mystery attacker is watching, waiting for their next opportunity to strike. This is Ringmaster-Live, and I'll see you in the next video when we get more answers. Because trust me, this story is far from over. Stay angry, stay passionate, and stay tuned.